Hey, it's Matt Moscona. You found it, your home for daily content on your favorite team, the LSU Fighting Tigers. It's AFR LSU. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, hit the bell so you're notified whenever we post a new video. Our coverage all football season is brought to you by BetUS, where right now you can get a 150% bonus on your first 3 deposits, up to $2,000. Be sure to use the promo code YouTube150. Now, enjoy the video. Well, the LSU football program got a smidge of good news here, and it's for the class of 2025, and not necessarily something that's entirely surprising or unexpected, but something that was causing some people to hold their breath a bit. So one of the earliest commits to this class and one of the biggest recruiters among the commitments has been Keylan Moses from U-High in Baton Rouge. And he has been one of the drum beaters, the Pied Pipers of this class. But recently, Keylan Moses had taken official visits to Texas A&M, to Oregon. And it had led some to question if Keylan Moses was going to stick with his LSU commitment or if he might find himself straying. Well, Keylan Moses spoke to our buddy Sam Spiegelman over at Rivals and says he has shut down his recruitment. The quote from Keylan Moses, quote, "I'm fully 1,000% committed. I shut down my recruitment. Those schools are really recruiting me. Oregon pushed really hard. I love Coach Jay Bateman at Texas A&M. It was real close, very, very close. My full focus is on the Tigers. I'm home. There's no point in going anywhere else when I can leave my legacy at home." That's fantastic news. Of course, Keylan Moses, if you're not familiar, one of the top linebackers in the country. In the on-3 composite, he's ranked number 251 overall at any position. He's the 25th best linebacker, and he's the 7th best player in Louisiana. Rivals has Keylan Moses as the 6th best linebacker in the country. So you're talking about a truly elite prospect and someone that we have all talked about for a long time, namely because of course, we know his brother, Dylan Moses, who was a star at U-High, who committed to LSU as an 8th grader, and then after Les Miles was fired, ended up going to Alabama. We know the story. But Keylan sat in the studio, in the chair next to me several months back, and we talked a lot about his recruitment, his process, his commitment to LSU. But the day he was here, his mom and his younger brother were here as well. And I remember very keenly him talking to me about taking visits. Well, listen, this was Keylan Moses on AFR. This was February the 1st of this year, and talked about why it was important to go on visits.
Well, I wanted to, see things outside of Louisiana. I knew there were bigger and better things outside of Louisiana. Like, I wanted to explore. One of my main things when I was younger was traveling. When my older brother was going through his recruitment process, one of his main things was going everywhere. And mind you, me and my little brother were literally everywhere with him. So going around traveling and driving everywhere was like the best thing of it. I mean, I didn't know what was going on, but it was so fun. So, I just wanted to experience life outside of Louisiana. But as time went on and the list started to get more slim, the boot was the only option. Yeah. Staying home and being that hometown hero and just providing for my family. There's nothing like being a big name in your own your own state.
So you could tell he thought about it. It's something that resonated when Dylan was going through the recruitment, and we talked about it further because his mom and his brother were here in studio with him the day he came, and he talked about that opportunity maybe for his younger brother to have that same experience, to be able to go and to see other places and see what's out there. And look, we're all guilty of it a little bit, man. You're born in a place, and the overwhelming majority of Americans never leave their hometown. And it's not that that's good or bad. It's just a reality. But sometimes it's a great big world. It's good to go see things and to see what options are out there. So I don't blame Keylan Moses at all for going on those official visits. And if he only took 2, and then if LSU is a 3rd, I'd encourage him to go take the other 2. Because the reality is, if you're 17, 18 years old, and you have an opportunity to have somebody else pay for you to go on a trip to go see something else, by God, do it. Go on that free trip. Go see what else is there in the world. We'll get right back to the video, but I want to take a quick minute to remind you about our partners at BetUS. Great partner here during this football season, especially because they've upped the ante. A 150% bonus on your first 3 deposits, up to $2,000. It's when you use the promo code YouTube150. If you sports bet like I do, you got to use BetUS. I'm going to show you just how easy it is. You go to BetUS, you find the football tab. Let's say you want to bet on the Tigers. You hit the drop down right there on the football tab. We're going to scroll until we find the college football bets. There's all the NFL. Here you go. NCAA championships, conferences, football futures, college football props. Let's say we want to look at the conference championship odds right now. So easy. We'll scroll over. If we want to find the SEC, there's the Big 10, Big 12, SEC. Here's all your odds. LSU's plus 1,800. It's a long shot, but Texas at plus 350 feels like that's pretty good value with the way they played this past weekend. Let's make a small bet on the Texas Longhorns at plus 350 to win the SEC. You add that bet, comes over here into your betting slip, decide how much you want to wager. Let's go $25. You hit place the bet. It's going to ask you to confirm. That easy. You confirm the bet, and you're in. It's that simple. In seconds, a few clicks, and you're wagering. And remember, at BetUS right now, you get a 150% bonus on your first 3 deposits, up to $2,000 when you use the promo code YouTube150. Good luck and enjoy the rest of the video. It's even more relevant now. And I'll credit Shay Dixon, our buddy from On 3, who has told me this, and it resonated when he said it, so I've repeated it over the many months and years here in the portal era. It has never been more relevant to finish second in a recruitment than it is now because of the portal. What happens if a year from now a coach is fired and you jump into the portal? Well, that relationship with the staff that finished second could prove vital. What happens if you go somewhere as a freshman, you realize you don't like it, you don't fall in line, you don't love the culture, which happens all the time? Well, now you can leave. Well, it's who finished second? So yes, it matters so much for these guys to go see what's out there. And obviously, I hope Keylan Moses comes to Baton Rouge, plays at LSU, plays his whole career here, has an awesome career as an All-American, first-round draft pick, and all. I want all that for him. But sometimes that's just not the cards for everybody. I'm not saying it will be. I'm just saying it makes sense for guys to go on all of your recruiting visits to see what's out there. So for everyone who asked when Keylan was taking these visits, is he going to go to LSU? My answer was always I'd be fall over stunned if he ended up anywhere else. And I'd still maintain that. But Keylan Moses has shut down his recruitment. He's going to be a part of the class of 2025. And that's a big deal, y'all. It's a big deal because of the position. When you look at LSU at linebacker this year, I like LSU at linebacker this year. Harold Perkins is a potential All-American. Greg Penn's a senior who's got 3 letters, has played a ton of football. He's wearing the number 18. And you got West and Whit Weeks. Obviously, West Weeks has really ascended in Blake Baker's defense. Blake Baker said he considers West Weeks a starter. And then Whit Weeks is a young guy in his second year that we all think very highly of because we've seen him flash and play so well. But 3 of the 4 guys I just mentioned are going to be gone next year. Harold Perkins is leaving for the NFL. Greg Penn and West Weeks are going to be out of eligibility. So the only linebacker that you return next year with real experience is going to be Whit Weeks. That's it. I mean, you got Devon Keys, Tylen Singleton, Xavier Atkins, 3 true freshmen on this year's team that are going to be in the program and should have an opportunity next year as they grow and develop to play more. But you better believe LSU's got to hit the portal next year for a linebacker to get some veteran presence in that group outside of just Whit Weeks. And so you're going to have to fortify those numbers in that 2025 recruiting class at linebacker. So yeah, Keylan Moses being a part of this class is a big deal for all the reasons we always talk about. It's an in-state kid. It's a highly regarded guy. He's being recruited by other SEC schools, and you want to be able to keep him home. But also because of the position he plays and how thin you are after this season. So you've got Keylan Moses committed. You've got Charles Ross out of the Houston area committed as well at linebacker. And we'll see what other guys they may add because it's hard to imagine that they'd be done at linebacker. They got Jaden Breaker. Remember, they got him committed as well out of Georgia. So you've got 3 committed right now. But with the roster going from 85 to 105, you're probably not done at linebacker. If not in the high school ranks, certainly in the portal class. But great news for LSU. Again, not altogether surprising, but reassuring that Keylan Moses has shut down his recruitment. He'll be a member of LSU's 2025 class. Thanks so much for watching the video. Do us a favor, subscribe, smash the like button, hit the bell so you're notified whenever we post a new video. And remember, be sure to support BetUS right now. Get a 150% bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000 when you use the promo code YouTube150.